we moved to support and to try and defend our national agreement. But because of that vacuum that was left when we went on strike in January, February, there was a vacuum when we walked out. There was no leadership, and unfortunately, there was no leadership from our trade unions, the GMB and Unite. I think it's quite important. It's quite important for me to say when I'm stood on a platform with Matt Rack, who's the General Secretary, I think, of the FBU, of Bob Crow, when the construction workers heard what they had to say about their strike and about how they would support the strike, they turned around immediately and said, who the hell are these people? Who are these people who were leaders of the trade unions? And I explained to them about Bob Crow's position, and I also explained what Matt Rack's position was, because Matt spoke at the rally on in the June-July strike, and the workers saw that there was trade union officials who was prepared to defend and prepared to support the workers that took action. And they said, why don't we join their union? Why don't we join Bob's union, the RMT? Because Bob spoke in London at the Olympic demo, what we had outside of the Olympics. Why don't we support, or why don't we join the FBU? And I said, I wish it was as simple as that. I wish it was the fact that we could just join those unions and transform the trade unions and transform the political organisations. But I think as the RMT was a right-wing union not so long back. And it's only because of the likes of Bob, the likes of Matt, that they've got a fighting trade union leadership. I've got to sum up. One of the clear things that came out of the January-February strike, or one of the dangerous things that happened, was the appearance of the British Nationalist Party. The British Nationalist Party turned up, I think it was either the second or third morning of the strike. There was approximately 200–250 yards away from the main picket, and it wasn't the strike leaders that went to them, to the BNP. It was the ordinary workers who approached them, and in the fruity language, shall we say, of construction workers, they told them to march. They told them to disappear away. They told them to disappear from that political dispute. They made it quite clear to them that they have got no trouble with working class struggle. And the BNP walked and was never seen again. In the media, look at the role of the media that the media played within our strike. The media blackout, obviously for real reasons, regarding what was happening in them strikes. I stand here proud of the fact that the Socialist Party not only produced information in their paper, but produced leaflets explaining every day of that strike about what the strike was about and what the strike could achieve. And it said quite clearly in those leaflets that we could win. We could win that dispute. And we turned that dispute around in January, February. We turned it away from the racially point to pure and simple class issues, where we appealed to the workers of Lindsey Oil. We also appealed to workers nationally. We got fantastic support internationally. We got messages of support, which I used to read out to the strikers from Belgium. We got support from Belgium. We got support from France. And we got support from Italy, and we also got support from Germany. I had the opportunity to go to Italy and speak to Italian trade unions about what our strike was about. And I got a fantastic response from Italians, because they understand as well that Italian workers, Portuguese workers, French workers, any workers throughout the world have got more in common with workers from here than the bosses. The bosses are the enemy, and the bosses are quite clearly trying to break working class unity. I'll finish on this point. The marvellous response of workers in them disputes, the marvellous response from trade unionists up and down this country, the marvellous response from international support. I'm going to stand here and say proudly that we defeated the bosses in February. We also defeated the bosses in June and July. But we're not stupid. They're going to come back and try and attack workers of construction workers. They also want to attack every section of privatised industry. And they also want to attack the public sector, because they have to drive down workers' living standards. I would like to finish on two points. It affected me enormously on those strikes. But to look at the people that got involved, there's two comrades sat in here today who said in the June-July strike, we're prepared to fight, we're prepared to go all the way. They was prepared to lose the house because what they saw of how the bosses was affected, how the bosses wanted to attack us. That was an enormous, that was a fantastic example of how workers learn in struggle. And last but not least, another comrade who joined this organisation, who joined the Socialist Party out of the struggle. He sent us a text, and I've got every text that the Socialist Party comrades sent me, along with other trade unionists, and I'll never forget the sort of support I got through my phone. But I'll finish on this one text, and it was from the comrade that joined this organisation. Keith, we'll beat these all day. We'll step it up a gear next week. I'm not giving my life up, or my kid's life, or my girlfriend's life up for no one. Together we'll win. Together we'll take a slice of the pie instead of the crumbs that they want to take away from us. I am back on Monday and things will change. Everything is a lot clearer to me. I think we will win. I think we did win. But we've got to move and we've got to struggle, not just for industrial action and not just for industrial victories, but political victories. We have got to build, and not just an industrial voice, but a political voice. And I think that's what the discussions have been for the last few months, of building a political voice that are going to support working people.